Hello FIFA faithful, Bearhamms here, and welcome to episode 18 of my Aston Villa Career Mode. Before we get into any gameplay for this new season, let's talk about all of our deals off camera. For this season, the board have given us over £120 million to help bolster up our lineup, and here are some of our signings. Starting off from Olympique Marseille, we have right wing Ollie Watkins. He'll probably be the backup for Ryan Fraser in a lot of our cup games, as well as our European games as well. Next guy, we got 82 overall James Tarkowski from AS Monaco, another player from France. £20 million for him, and he might take over Chris Smalling. I know Chris Smalling has done well the past couple seasons, but he is getting older, and I'd like to have a better, more in prime player in a guy like Tarkowski. Our penultimate signing is Ricky Puig, a center mid from Huddersfield. 78 overall, an exciting prospect already, and he will be the backup to Jack Grealish. I want to put him in a cam role, and he's actually going to be very helpful when it comes to not only the cup games, but just like Watkins, the cup games and the European Cup games. For our final signing, and oh boy, it's a big one, Jadon Sancho. We've brought him in from Borussia Dortmund for a price of £70 million. Potential to be special. 21 years old, 89 overall. Look at the acceleration. Look at the agility. What a brilliant signing. And he will be replacing Theo Walcott, since Theo's getting to about 32 years old. 75 overall. His best days are behind him, but he still has a spot on the team. He has been great the past two seasons. I think he will continue that form as a backup and as a starter in other competitions. So those are our signings for our transfer window. For this season, the objectives are pretty simple. They want us to be in the top four like we were in last year. They want us in the Champions League, and then they want us to reach the round of 16 of the FA Cup. That is very much doable. And then for continental success, because in the last episode we did secure that spot in the Champions League, they just want us to reach the quarterfinal, which, you know what? That is a reasonable goal, considering that even though we do have some good players, we're probably going to go against some really good teams in other places of Europe. For today's episode, we will be playing the first 3 games of the season, as we do have a home fixture against Brighton, and then we have to travel to St. James's Park to take on Newcastle, and then we'll finish it off with a home game at Villa Park against Palace. It's crazy to think how far this team has gone, as you can take a look at some of the great players we have on our side. 83 Fraser, 83 Grealish, 82 Barkley, 89 Jadon Sancho. This team is starting to really come together, and I'm hoping for a good first impression against Brighton. Safe to say I am excited to start the Jadon Sancho era here at Aston Villa. I'm intrigued to see how he does for these first couple games. So now maybe a chance now to get things moving here. There's a run by Sancho. Sancho will get past his defender. Here we go. Jadon Sancho with that speed. Has some pace. Centers that through. Layman Sears. Oh, no! The rebound should have gone easily to Jack Grealish, but it's right behind him. What a good start to the game. Barkley finding a lane. Threads that through. Brilliant pass. Sancho centers that through. Oh! Sears so close with the chip. Oh, good play by Sancho. Sancho has a run from Matt Barkley. Why do I keep saying Matt Barkley? Oh, through ball. Here goes Sancho. Sancho gets past one defender. Centers it through. Oh, that was dirty. Jadon Sancho. What a clinic he's been putting on so far this half. I know we haven't scored as many goals, but we finally get our first goal of the season. Jadon Sancho just dribbling past defenders, finding a wide open Grealish. We have ourselves the 1-0 lead. Cristante trying to get that to March. March is onside. Gilbert having to try to get in his way. Good block by Tarkowski. Tarkowski running it up. Has a run from Sancho. He's going to try to float it up to the English international. He's going to get it. Look at that speed right past the defender. Centers that through. Layman Sears. No, another good save by Matt Ryan. So that will be the end of the first half. You could tell a big difference when we have Jadon Sancho in the lineup, as just a bunch of brilliant passes by the new guy from Borussia Dortmund. And after 45 minutes, got ourselves the 1-0 lead. And that will be it for the first game of Season 3. We do get a victory by a score of 1-0. Captain Jack with the goal, but better yet, a great debut for Jadon Sancho. Brilliant passes all around. We just couldn't get that many past Matt Ryan and the Brighton defense. So now Let's go off to Newcastle. For the second game of the episode, Cher and Smalling are back together again at center backs. We do take on Newcastle United at St. James's Park. I think for James Ward-Prowse, it is a make or break first half of the season, because if we really want to, keep moving forward with possibly a Premier League title chase or something of that equivalent, we're going to need him to play a lot better. Sancho flips across and looking for Grealish, but it will be headed away. Does find Sears. Sears taps that through, maybe a run here. Grealish fires it. Oh, a good block. Oh, pass through. Sears turns, fires. Oh, another good save by Dubravka. So we're not going to win the header, and that will be the end of the first half. We finally get our best chance, but it is at the end of the half. Didn't have enough time for a rebound or anything special. I know this is a game against Newcastle, and Newcastle aren't really title contenders, but this game is still important nonetheless. A draw, or even worse, a loss, is really going to hurt our chances if we want to have some sort of title race. Gilbert is open. Now Gilbert is going to float one. Sancho is onside. Great run by Jane Sancho. Centers one through. Sears tries to chip one up. Maybe a chance for a header. Come on, get the goal, get the goal. Come on. Kearney is just doing everything all over us. Through ball. There's a shot. Great save, Pope. Stinger from St. Maximin. So now we will have a chance for a corner. I think we will bring in some new guys in. I think Sears, just because he's been quiet, will bring on Akpom. Some more pace up top already. 90 pace for him. And I think we'll take out Ward-Prowse for Barkley. We'll move Barkley up across the box. Dahoud launches one in. Pope does get a fingertip to it. Sancho will win the race for the ball. He's now looking to get a counter going. Dies out as Gilbert. Oh, there's a run. Barkley, is he through? Yes, he is. Great run by Ross Barkley as Ross Barkley still goes. Ross Barkley, can he finish it? Yes, he does. Ross Barkley, straight off the bench in the 85th minute, will give us that goal. Brilliant passing all around. I believe that was that was Gilbert. Able to find Barkley, who timed his run perfectly. So he gets that one past the Slovakian Dubravka. Now we just got to hold on for dear life. Now as it is into added time now. Just got to do our best to hold on to the ball. Flip through. Sancho will win it. Jane Sancho. Taps one through, looking for Akpom. Yes! Great way to finish. That will be the final nail in the coffin. Chuba Akpom in the 90-plus minute mark will get our second goal of the game. Brilliant pass by Jadon Sancho. And it wasn't pretty, but Aston Villa get the victory away from home. For the final game of the episode, we have made a couple changes. As you can see, Theo Walcott will be getting a start, as well as Chuba Akpom, because Layman Sears hasn't scored in the first two games. We'll give Akpom a half or maybe 60 minutes. He does deserve it, since he did get that goal in the later bits of that Newcastle game. Then we have Sancho on the left side as we do take on Crystal Palace at Villa Park. Looking to end the episode on a high note and hopefully get more goals, since we've brought on more offensive firepower to the side. Has been kind of sad considering we've only scored 3 goals in the first 2 games against teams that really aren't that good. So we'll find Chuba. Chuba back to Walcott. Walcott still with it. Walcott cuts. Gets a pass through. Chuba! No! McKinney! Oh my god! So we will still keep the ball here. Grealish to Barkley. Barkley to McKinney. McKinney has a run from Akpom. Akpom back to McKinney. McKinney! Oh, brilliant passing all around by the Aston Villa side, as Chuba will get the assist, and Weston McKinney gets his first goal on the season. Grealish will find Sancho. Sancho, look at the run he's going to have. Sancho still running. Going to get that through ball to Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish is there. Jack Grealish for a second goal. No, it hits the post, but it will find Chuba Akpom. And just like the last game, it will be Chuba who gets the goal. The second goal of the game, as he does celebrate at Holt End with the Aston Villa faithful. Looks like they'll keep it away as they're playing hot potato in the box. Gomez getting hassled by McKinney. McKinney wins the ball. McKinney. Can he get a pass through? Yes, he does. Oh, a brilliant play. Weston McKinney setting up Chuba Akpom, and Chuba gets his 3rd goal on the season. Great defensive presence by the American center mid. Able to pry it off the defender, and a perfect finish by Chuba Akpom. So I'll have a chance to get a 4th goal here. There's a good pass to Walcott. Walcott Men in the box. Does get a cross in. Header. Oh, a good chance. A golden chance for Weston McKennie to add a goal to his assist. But just off target. Oh, good pass. Ollie Watkins. First touch. We'll get that through to Chuba, who is on a hat trick here. And he might get his third goal right here. Chuba. Chance for a shot. Takes it and scores. Chuba with the hat trick. Brilliant presence by Chuba Akpom, getting his third goal of the game and fourth on the season. Yeah, perfect as you like. It's Puig able to win the ball. Maybe a decent through ball. Decent chance now as Walcott is past his defender. Theo Walcott still storming down. Theo Walcott cuts around trying to keep it in, but he does run out of space as he did want to get that goal. But we won't need it, so we do win by a score of 4-0. A brilliant game from Chuba Akpom. Completely different player from last year. You better watch yourself, Lehman Sears. You got yourself some competition. To finish off the episode, we will take a look at the table, and we are tied for first. Though Liverpool have scored more goals than us, we're sitting pretty with 9 points. And even better, Man City has already dropped points. Last season they did win the Premier League, and they didn't lose a single game. So I'm hoping that is not the case again this year, as it would be cool to win the Premier League with Aston Villa. Another special bit of news, because we are in the Champions League, get to take a look at who we have in the group stage. And oh my god, this is going to be difficult. We have Real Madrid, we have Leverkusen, and we have CSKA Moscow to round out Group E. My initial reaction, we could sneak in to get that second spot, or we might get third. It's a toss-up, honestly. It depends on how good Leverkusen is. And with some of the FIFA career modes I've had this year, usually the teams in Germany get really stacked. So we'll just have to wait and see if Leverkusen are as good as I think they might be. So yes, this will be the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as you did playing it. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. This has been Bearhamms, and as always, toodaloo.